I can't do it from nowhere else. It don't make sense. It don't make no sense. Boy, this is not the way I wanted to do this, but I ain't got no other way to do it. Because for whatever reason, my computer ain't working. Oh, boy. Just try to do it from here. Hey, what's going on, Aaron Dixon? What's going on, Joseph Stansburg? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Can you hear me? Are we good? Let me see something. Put that on mute. All right, we all good. Yeah, I kept trying to do the stream on my computer, but for whatever reason, it wasn't working, so I had to do it on my phone. I hate to do it on my phone because it's not the same way, but it is what it is. I don't know if things are acting up because it's snowing here in the DMV or what, but I don't know if YouTube's got an issue right now. I really don't know what the problem is. But yeah. What's going on, Jessica? QPW, what's going on? All right, so as you guys know, I just wanted to get in. I wanted to talk a little bit about the trade and how that affects not only the Cowboys but other teams in the league. We've seen different scenarios. I know some people are saying that this is similar to the Herschel Walker trade, but to me, not exactly though. What's going on, David Jenkins? What's going on, man? Uh, yeah, the winter advisory. Yeah, it's already snowing here. I haven't been outside, but I know it's getting steep. So no skating for me tonight. They already closed down the skating rinks. But so I just want to get into the contracts and everything that's going on with the that particular trade between Matt Stafford and Jared Goff, and I just wanted to get some of your ideas about it and basically how we could go forward and because I know some people are probably thinking like, oh well, Cowboys could have done that now, because you don't want to give up that many first round draft picks. What's going on, Laura? Um, you said you predicted that trade yesterday afternoon. What's going on, Shay? How you doing? Um, yeah, so I do got some of the details here I want to get into real quick. He said the trade was more like the Khalil Mack trade than anything. Yeah, I agree with that one. It is more similar to that one. What's going on, Lola? How you doing? It frees up Detroit to do whatever they want to do at draft day. Yes, it does, and also too, they'll be able to do some things down the road. So this trade for real for the Lions, for them though, it really means that they're rebuilding. They're in the rebuilding stage because what they're going to do with Goff is they're probably going to have him for a year, and I'm gonna get into what his contract, I guess, what he has left on his contract and what they can do. Now, the bad part about this deal, and this is the terrible part about this deal, both of these teams have Aaron Dixon, welcome to the channel membership, man. Shout out to the channel members as well that are in here. This off season, we're going to be continuing to do some more private live streams. If you guys check out the community tab, once you're a member, you can go in there, and I'm going to set up some things so we can get some ideas for you guys that we want to talk about on the private live streams that are not dealing with football. These no-name team fans keep talking, and I keep telling them they are. See, they sign their teeth grit. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. And we're going to get into that, too. I'm going to get into this quarterback thing and how it affects Dak Prescott and things of that nature, and how some people are just really crazy with that. David G, you say you chilling, cleaning your closet out, getting a portable wardrobe closet. That's what's up, man. So... Now, this particular trade will not actually be official till the league starts March 17th, right? So basically, between this time, nothing's going on. Like, basically, it's just word of what's happening. Welcome to E2 Crew, Jessica. Welcome to being a channel member. Appreciate that. Yeah, so once the league year starts, that's when this actual trade will be official. Matt Stafford will be headed on to LA, and Jared Goff is coming over to the East Coast to be with the Lions. Now, check this out. So we know that Matt Stafford is 32 years old currently. Jared Goff is 26, and I think by the time the season gets in effect, he'll be 27 because he's right behind Dak Prescott in age. Now, you look at where he was drafted in 2016. Now, I'll get into that as well. As far as like the quarterbacks that are still left that are actually doing something great from Dak Prescott's draft class. Um, you said, do I ice skate too? I can, yes. Um, I'm not as good as roller skating, but I did play ice hockey when I was in the Pee Wees. But that's stuff that we'll talk about in the private chats. Um, Yes, so the Lions get, of course, they get Jared Goff. So the Lions got Jared Goff. They got the Rams 21 third round draft pick, and they got their first round draft pick from for 2022 and 2023. So the Rams will not have a first round draft pick at least till 2024. Damn. Why are they trying to stick me for my draft picks? Damn. Think about that. Think about that. They are not going to have a number one draft pick till 2024. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Yes, they sold. They sold. They definitely sold. They sold. Now, granted, I believe, and I'll get into that in a minute. I think that Matt Stafford's going to do really good with the Rams because you got Sean McVay over there, and you look at what Goff did and what he didn't do, and you can kind of compare these two. Yes, yes, Shay. They are not going to have a draft pick till 2024. They gave the farm. They gave so much up for that. They gave up Jared Goff. They gave up their third round pick from this draft, first round pick from 2022 and 23. God to the damn. Rams need to worry about Stafford staying healthy. And see that's another thing too. You really don't know. Everything is just that's why when everybody said, "Oh, the Cowboys should do that," now you know damn well the Jones family is not about to give up that many first round draft picks. Maybe one for 1 year, but not multiple years. You rarely will ever see the Cowboys give up multiple years like that. I think the last time I seen that was Washington. Washington when they gave up all those draft picks for RG3 when RG3 got drafted, and you see what happened with that. You know, old rubber legs didn't make it. And speaking of RG3, he's available again because the Ravens released him after the playoffs. Now, so the Rams get Matt Stafford, and that's it. That's all the Rams get. That's all they got. They got Matt Stafford and that damn contract. That's what they got. So let me break down the contracts, right? So this is what's gonna happen. So both of these teams are going to take a significant cap hit for this particular trade. Not only that, but they are also going to give up. It's a lot of money being given up here. Basically the Lions are still going to be paying Stafford. Well, not necessarily. They take a hit off of that, and the Rams take that hit off of Jared Goff as well. So here's the breakdown of that. So the Rams will inherit 2 years, $43 million that's left on Stafford's contract, right? So as a result, the Lions will carry a $17.8 million cap hit. First of all, we're in a COVID year, right? You don't want to be that much in cap hell because you're not going to be able to sign certain people that you want to sign going further. You know what I mean? Stafford is not getting an extension from the Rams. Sure or not. And Thomas, that was also in the contract as well. They're not giving any upgrades or anything like that with the contract. So whatever they come in with, that's the deal. If it's a 2 years left, that's all they got. To Cowboys, how you doing? What's going on? I'm glad the Cowboys didn't make a move like the Rams. Yeah, I'm telling you, cap hell. Cap hell. That's what it is. It's cap hell. That's exactly what it is, Laura. It's cap hell. Detroit will inherit 4 years, $106.6 million remaining on Jared Goff's contract, and the Rams will carry a $22.2 million dead cap hit in 2021. God damn, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. What's going on, Joey? That's a lot of money. So, and that's not it, right? So Goff, well, Stafford doesn't have any guaranteed money left. Goff still has $43 million fully guaranteed left in his contract. So now that the Lions took over that, they still got to pay him that, and they got that cap hit of, what did I say? 17.8 mil. Mm. Lord have mercy. I look, I can't even. I'll never see that type of money in my life. Just the dead money that that's being talked about here. But I tell you this, what you're not gonna do is have this type of dead money in a COVID year, knowing you don't know whether the cap is going up or whether it's staying the same or whether it's going down. Now, that's the issue right now. Now, you talk about Goff's guaranteed $1 million contract. He also has a $25 million base salary. So, with both of these teams losing out with cap space, how are you going to sign other players? Now, outside of the draft, that is. What up, Gary Hawkins? What's going on, man? Detroit probably can't re-sign Galladay. They probably won't. It depends on what Galladay wants. If Galladay takes a hometown discount, then maybe. But I don't know. Galladay might be gone. And so let's talk about how this is a positive to these teams. So, okay, so as we know, Matt Stafford going over to the Rams. In my personal opinion, I think that that's a good trade for the Rams because Matt Stafford is still a good quarterback. Granted, he's 32 years old, and he's still younger than me, so that means I'm really old too. But Matt Stafford being the lone guy that's been with the Lions, to me, it's kind of a situation with Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders been on one team his whole career, and really he's just judged off of that particular team that he was on. You can say that Matt Stafford had some ups and downs just like every other quarterback. Matt Stafford has definitely had some injuries in the past. But with the Rams, though, going to the Rams, they have a very stout offensive line. Their offensive line over with the Rams is their pass protection is great, right? So we know that Stafford can throw that ball down the field. We know he can do it. He's very accurate with the ball. So that's going to benefit the Rams, and it's going to benefit Sean McVay because Sean McVay being the coach and the head honcho on that offense, I think that it'd be good for Matt Stafford over there if he stays healthy, that is, because somebody mentioned the health part. That's important. Now, if Matt Stafford comes in with the Rams and does great there, then that's going to make the Rams organization look good, and maybe it's going to take a little bit away from them losing all them damn draft picks. Well, the Lions as well. Now you look at that situation. Okay, how does that benefit the Lions? Now I said in the beginning of the live stream that the Rams are rebuilding. So I don't think that Goff is their long-term guy. I really think that Goff is just a placeholder until they get what they want to get. Now, does this stop the Lions from drafting a quarterback? Hell no, it doesn't, because they can still do that. But again, we've seen Goff go from first round draft pick to not doing well and almost being what you call like a first round bust. But then Sean McVay basically got there and he revitalized his career as a quarterback. Now, we've seen him still have bad times as well. We've seen them get to the Super Bowl. We've seen them do all of that, blah, blah. But I don't think that Jared Goff is a long-term solution over there. And now this goes into what we're saying, how this affects Dak, the Deshaun Watson situation, things of that nature. What were you saying, Lola? How many draft picks have they lost with Ramsey and now? I'm telling you, Lola. It's they gonna be in cap hell, draft hell. It's just a bunch of hell for them. And my mom's blowing up the house right now. You blowing up the house? No, it's smoked up here. I had a smoke in here. Oh, okay. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm dying while I'm doing a live stream. But anywho, so that's definitely why. Right. But he hasn't had but you can argue that he hasn't had pieces since Megatron. But Matt Stafford goes to the Rams. He has pieces over there. You got Cup. You got was it Brandon Woods over there. You got a bunch of wide receivers. You got Tyler Higbee. They're tight end. That he has weapons to throw to over there. He has more weapons over there than he had with the Lions. Now I kind of feel sorry for Jared Goff because I know what Jared Goff is thinking right now. Y'all done traded me to the Lions. And I'm gonna tell you, Goff's career might go downhill from here. What's going on, Kid Mega? What up, bro? Um, I just think that it's gonna go down from here. It's not gonna go up. It's not gonna be a good situation for good old Goff. So these Dak haters out here consistently say, well, why don't we trade Dak? For who? And what are you giving up? You can't even trade Dak because technically he doesn't have a contract. So it's either you just let him walk or you re-sign Dak Prescott. So my whole thing is, I know most of the people that do subscribe to this channel agree with the fact that Dak Prescott needs to be re-signed to this team. Because Dak still gives you the best option because you know what he could do and you know what he can't do. Do I think Goff's career is over? Lola, definitely. It's definitely over. It ain't getting better. I mean, how is it getting better with him going to the Lions? Explain that to me, because I don't know. I don't know how that situation is beneficial to him at all. You can see Goff being a bridge for another quarterback. Well, that's exactly what it is. He's definitely going to be a bridge for another person. And Thomas Garrett, I've been telling people that too. They need to stop it. We say that Dak's not going nowhere, but the problem that I'm having and what's worrying me right now is this Jones or the Joneses. They keep saying to the public, oh, we love Dak. Dak's our guy. He's going to be the man. He's the leader of this football team. But you haven't showed him that. All I've seen is just Dak disrespect right now going on. And I don't want to hear nothing about no injury prone because I don't consider a guy that's played every game of his career until he got his goddamn ankle fucking broken like this and twisted like that. Let me see you guys get your ankle broken off the damn bone like that. And come on now. And the dude was still saying, I want to get back in there. He sat there. First of all, most of y'all, if that would have happened to some of y'all would have sat there and cried on the field right there. That shit hurt. He said he cried too, but he also tried to put the shit back together and said, fuck it. Let's finish this playoff. Because he did get a first down on that play. Pay the man. Because this is what's going to happen if you don't pay Dak. Dak is going to go to the Patriots. Bill Belichick is waiting for the Joneses to fuck this up. He's waiting for that. I'm telling you, he's going to go to the Patriots because they're not keeping Cam Newton. That ain't going to happen. Cam Newton was just a carryover guy, right? Or the Saints. Or the Saints, right. If he goes to either one of those teams, he's going to flourish because you got Peyton down there, and you got Belichick up there. He is going to eat. All right? Can Dak get down to the Super Bowl? If this team stops with the bullshit and do what they need to do, the Joneses got to step out of that. They got to let Mike McCarthy do him. Because I feel like they're still got a stranglehold on Mike McCarthy. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all why. Because if y'all notice when Mike McCarthy's in the game, y'all sitting there like, why is Mike McCarthy not doing the things that he did in with the Packers? You want to know why? Because of the simple fact that, there's that dude that's, I need to report this guy that keeps coming in here and defacing my goddamn channel. I don't like that. You said Cam Newton going to Washington. I said that, but people called me an idiot for saying that. Yeah, we need to stop acting like this is Dallas Hollywood and literally get these guys in here that we're supposed to do. I'm telling you, the offense is fine. Don't fuck up the offense by not re-signing Dak because Dak is a proven leader for this team. This team trusts him. This offensive line has said many a times that they will go through a brick wall through this kid for this kid. He made a damn field in his backyard for his wide receivers. Why do you think that Cedric Wilson was playing good with Dak Prescott? Why do you think that Gallup has a good game with Dak Prescott? Why do you think every single one of these receivers on this team, even the fourth and fifth guy, has a rapport with Dak Prescott? I'm telling you, you could get all five of these receivers. You ain't never seen a team play all five of their receivers. This offense could be goddamn nasty, potent, ridiculously disgusting with Dak Prescott in that, and I'm talking about good disgusting with Dak Prescott at the helm. Because you talk about that guy's a hacker. He's on Law and Mark show too. Yeah, I know he is. But he's been doing that to me for a while. I guess that means I made it. When people want to do stuff like that, that means I made it, right? Because if I was a nobody, they wouldn't do that. Think about it. But anywho, Watson is going to the Lions. What? Well, no, they got Goff. They're not gonna get Watson too because Watson's contract. And I hate when people say, "Oh, well, Watson and trade Watson for Dak." That's dumb. That's like the same thing. You're trading for the same type of talent. You look at Dak's career. You look at Watson. I hear some of these talking heads saying that Watson is so much better than Dak, right? But then when you look at the stats, their stats are pretty similar. Dak is better in certain areas and Watson's better in certain areas. You're literally trading for the same damn thing. The only difference is I believe that Dak is a better leader. You can't teach leadership. That's one thing you can't teach. Dak is definitely a better leader than Watson is because you don't see Dak Prescott, even with him being frustrated with the contract stuff, you don't hear him, "Oh, trade me. I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to do this." That's what Watson's doing. For real, I don't think the Texans want to trade him. To be honest with you, that's all him trying to get out of there. They're probably going to make him suffer and make him stay there and be the quarterback. That's what I think is going to happen. Because you look, what quarterback is out there? Your veteran quarterbacks aren't doing shit. I'm talking about like the old heads. Drew Brees is on a downstroke. Ben Roethlisberger is definitely on a downstroke because Pittsburgh, what are they going to do with Ben? Because Ben don't got too much more time with the Pittsburgh because he's not doing well in Pittsburgh. He's so injury prone right now. You tap that arm, he's done. Now, Tom Brady, that's a whole. That's why I didn't discuss Tom Brady. He's a freak. You cannot compare to him to anything. That's just different. You said, is it a black thing? Aaron Rodgers, again, Aaron Rodgers don't know his future either with Green Bay. So, you said it's the best form of flattery. Right. You're right, Dave. Well, yeah, and unless it's Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is doing well. But Aaron Rodgers also said himself he don't know what his future is like either. You don't want to bring Aaron Rodgers over here because apparently he's had issues with Mike McCarthy. So that's not going to happen. So you have no other option but to keep Dak Prescott because any other option would be dumb as shit. Excuse my language, but it's dumb. It makes no sense at all. Look at all these teams that need quarterbacks. Washington needs a quarterback. Patriots need a quarterback. Chicago probably needs a quarterback. If they don't trade Watson or whatever, then the Texans might need a quarterback. It's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. A lot of them. And this draft in the top 10, full of quarterbacks. So whoever's 49ers, if the 49ers get rid of Garoppolo, because it looks like they were trying to trade him off too. If they don't keep Garoppolo, they need a quarterback as well. You said I'm stressing you out, Jeff. Hey, but this got to be talked about, Jeff. It's real, Jeff. I mean, my whole thing is this: like, we got to be smarter, and I'm so tired, and I sit back and the lunatic, what up, bro? Um, I sit back and I watch. That's why sometimes when y'all see me not doing videos, I just be sitting back and listening to the bullshit. I just be like, what is going on? Like, I'm hearing these talking heads saying this. I'm hearing people coming out with reports of this, that, and the third. None of it is making any sense. None of it is making any sense. Yeah. I remember Chad Hutchinson. Y'all know, longtime Cowboy fans. We talking about 25 years of mediocrity, right? The only name any good quarterback that we had between Troy Aikman and Tony Romo. You remember them years? You remember that gap, that bullshit gap in between there? Vinny Testaverde. All these quarterbacks that did not make it did not do well. I don't know what's up with the fake accounts, Shay. I don't get it. Law Nation got fake channels. Mark Holmes got fake channels. People got fake channels to me. It's what it is. Like Dave Moore said, it's a form of flattery. Drew Bledsoe, yeah, I was getting to that. You look at all these Quincy Carter. You look at all these quarterbacks that came through in within that era. Finding a franchise quarterback is hard as shit to do. You can't just go in the draft and be like, you know what? I'm gonna get that guy in the first round. He's gonna be awesome. Look at the first round. Randall Cunningham, exactly. You look at Ryan Leaf. Oh my God, Ryan Leaf was the biggest bust of them all. The biggest bust of them all. You lucked up and got Tony Romo, because if it wasn't for Bill Parcells believing in Tony Romo, and if it wasn't for Quincy Carter getting kicked out of training camp that year, Tony Romo would have never started for the Dallas Cowboys. And then you get Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott just falls into your lap like snow coming down to the ground. Right? That's how you get Dak Prescott. And what did Dak Prescott do when he went? What? 13-3 his first year? You said, what did Romo accomplish? But still, like, you look at the coaching staff, and you look at everything with that, even with Tony Romo being here, if it wasn't for Tony Romo, we wouldn't even be 8-8 those years. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that if coaching was better with Romo, I think that he probably wouldn't have won a Super Bowl. Dak Prescott, don't waste Dak Prescott's years. You gotta get this defense straight. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. You said they do it for clout, Kid Mega. I don't know what clout they getting besides being blocked. that ain't clout to me. I really think we should sell the farm, Trey. I see, and that's the thing. At this point, Jeff, you don't want to trade the farm only because we're not rebuilding. The Cowboys ain't rebuilding. Some other teams out there might be, but we're not. We know the Lions are rebuilding, but the Cowboys definitely aren't rebuilding. Right, we almost did not get Dak. Jerry wanted Paxton Lynch. I remember that. He wanted Connor Cook. Tell me right now, trivia question. Where is Paxton Lynch right now, and where is Connor Cook? Matter of fact, Christian Hackenberg was drafted higher than Dak in 2016. Where's Christian Hackenberg at? Right, the Cowboys are remodeling. We're remodeling. We're not rebuilding. We're remodeling. All we're doing is adding some pieces. We're taking out some of that old stuff. And the AFL, right, but the AFL is not existing. So what I mean is he's not playing football. That's the point. That's the point I'm making. Dak Prescott is the only... What other quarterback from 2016 is doing better than Dak Prescott? I'll wait. Because Carson Wentz, sure enough, ain't doing well right now. We see what's going on with Jared Goff right now. We just had this conversation. So, plain and simple, like, stop being dumb. Like, I don't know what this ego is with this front office and the Joneses, but it's got to stop. It's got to stop. They got to get to a point where they are literally trying to get the pieces on this team to win. You don't need a top 10 defense for this team to be awesome. You don't. You don't. What you need right now is a middle of a road defense. You get some guys that come in here that like you get a couple of pieces like some safeties, some better cornerbacks, some ball hawking guys, and and um and then what you do is you get uh what you call it? You get you some defensive fronts. We know that the biggest thing on defense, we got gash in the running game, right? So you get you some better defensive tackles. You get some better defensive tackles. You get a safety and a cornerback here, and this team will be great. We are switching back to a 4-3. We don't have Mike Nolan there messing shit up like he did last year. Yeah, it's a lot of trolls in here right now. My moderators and stuff, can y'all get these trolls out of here? Um, but yeah, um, but that's pretty much what it is. Like I feel like in an instance, what we need to do is we need to make sure um, we do the right thing by this team. Your offense is great. Don't mess up anything good. I hear people saying, "Let's trade Gallup." Why? Do you know how good Gallup plays with Dak Prescott? Like having those top three guys is important. They need to give our number one receiver, Amari Cooper, the ball more. You need to have him in the game. Ain't nobody stopping Coop. Coop. Y'all hear it all the time when we get those long pass yards. Coop. That's all you hear is Coop. Give him the damn ball and stop like you said. Stop being foolish. Do the right thing. Now they could tag Gallup, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't think Gallup is that type of guy that will sit there and be like, when it's time for his contract, be like, you know what? I think I deserve 25 million a year plus incentives. No, that's not what he's gonna say. He's gonna be like, look, I love being on this team. I love the camaraderie. Me personally, if I was in the NFL, if I knew that I was on a team that I had great camaraderie with, I'm not about to go to another team for more money and I don't know what's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see that I got something good where I am, I'm gonna do what I can to stay. And if they give me a contract that I think that I can deal with, I'm gonna take it. That's just the way I am. You have to build a defense, not just stack offense, right? But that, I don't know if you were listening to me when I was talking about the defense. I said we have defensive pieces. You just need to add some more pieces to that. We need some defensive tackles. We need a good safety, a good cornerback, and the rest of these guys will play well. Because again, like I said, we're going back to the 4-3 where these guys excel in. Now, I heard some talk about the Cowboys might be interested in Richard Sherman. Okay, whatever. Richard Sherman is not the same guy he was in Seattle. If you do bring him in, great. You got a veteran guy that's there to teach these young guys how to play in that Dan Quinn defense because he's played under Dan Quinn. So there's knowledge there. But that does not stop you from getting another cornerback. You get some guys in the draft and you get this thing going. Young, fresh, hungry talent, exactly. Get some of these young, hungry guys on defense because again, the only offensive player they should ever draft in this draft is an offensive tackle. Maybe a tight end in the later rounds, but in these early rounds, you better get you some goddamn safeties and cornerbacks. The reason why I'm not mentioning defensive tackle too much is because defensive tackle is not plentiful in this draft. You might have two good ones, and they might go somewhere else. So you might not get that opportunity to do it. So that's pretty much it with that. So that's why I say, with the offensive tackle, you either get Sewell or you go get Slater. Either or, you got those guys to sit there. I heard, shout out to Mike Fisher. Mike Fisher, really good guy. I know him. He knows me. Mike Fisher's really good, but the comment that he made when he said that, and he's probably going to kill me for saying this, but he said that he doesn't want to get Slater or Sewell because of Tyron Smith. Now, we know that Tyron Smith is injury prone, right? And he said that he was talking about how like people were like, well, Dak Prescott's going to be better after his injury. Why are they not saying that about Tyron? Well, Dak Prescott is simple. Dak Prescott doesn't have an injury history. Tyron Smith does. I love Tyron Smith. But you can't get rid of him, though, because that cap hit is going to be similar to what I was just talking about with the Rams. You don't want to be in cap hell. So you got to keep him. So if you get a young offensive tackle in the first round, if he goes out, you got a guy that could slide right in there, learn at that left tackle spot, boom, 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 can keep it moving. Um, you said Dak getting that history though. You said you saw his video about Thomas. Yeah, and that's what I'm referring to, Thomas. The video that he did. Um, um, but DMV is the homie. DMV is knowledgeable as well, man. DMV, don't hate on DMV, man. DMV, like him and I, when we do stuff together, we be on point together. He's actually a football coach. He's played football in his young youth as well as I have too. I mean, we're both knowledgeable. So, I will say that we're both good at what we do. But I will also say that he knows more about the college guys than I do because he watches them early on. Like he watches them when they're freshman, sophomore. I don't really see them until their junior, senior year. That's when I start watching them because that's what matters to me when it comes time to start drafting them. Like I'll start watching them their last 2 years of playing football in college. That what you said the Senior Bowl was boring. Yeah, they was going back and forth, but they were just scoring on each other. And that's the thing about it is like in college, defense is not that great. It is what it is. It's just a lot of scoring. Now I'm gonna tell you this. Uh, who said trade Zeke? That should never be. That should never come across any Cowboys fans' lips. Trading Zeke. That don't even make no damn sense. You should never do that. You don't trade Zeke. You don't trade Pollard because again, you need both of those guys to be a 1-2 punch. You need those guys to be a 1-2 punch. I think that our linebacker core, some of the guys that we have now, yes, go get you a young stud to replace Sean Lee because I'm pretty sure Sean Lee is probably going to retire and maybe join the staff. But real quick, shout out to Jason Witten. He's retiring. He came back to the Cowboys this week to sign a one-day contract to retire as a Dallas Cowboy. So those of you that have Jason Witten jerseys like me, you can wear them again. My rule of thumb is if a player doesn't play on the Cowboys no more, but they went to another team and they currently play for another team, I don't wear their jersey. Like Des Bryant, he's with the Ravens right now. So right now, his jerseys that I have are just sitting. I'm not gonna wear them until he retires. Jason Witten, I have his jerseys as well. While he was playing with the Raiders last year, first of all, last year I didn't wear any jerseys. I just boycotted because it was a COVID year. I already knew that we were gonna have a bad season, so I wasn't tripping. But I can now go back and wear my Jason Witten jerseys because he is now retired, and he is gonna be a Ring of Honor member for the Cowboys, and he will definitely be a future Hall of Famer. But shout out to Jason Witten on his career, his 17-year career. Much love and respect to him, and I believe Tony Romo deserves that love and respect as well. What's going on, Chisa? Tony Pollard value is at his highest, so right. But there's the thing. There's the thing about Tony Pollard, right? If you get rid of him, then what you gonna do? Okay, name me another running back. You could probably get another running back in the third round, but you already have him right now. At least wait till his contract is up. You don't need to deal him right now. Because you definitely want to keep that offense going. You don't want to start chipping with the offense. You don't want to start messing with the offense because then we're going to be complaining about it. Well, damn, why the offense ain't scoring all of a sudden now? Well, because some of you fools keep talking about trading guys that we don't need to be fucking trading. You don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the shit that I'm talking about. It's one thing to be proactive, but it's another thing just to do something that don't make any type of damn sense. Like you want your offense to continue to be dynamic. The more dynamic that your offense is, it is going to make that defense even better. So even because you can't have a stake. What's going on, Tierra? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Rue Glock, what up, bro? I just feel like what you have to it adds another need. You don't need to get another need. Your needs are on defense. Outside of offensive tackle in this draft, Everything needs to be defense. You're drafting defense in this draft. There's I'm gonna tell you right now between the second between the second and the fourth round, because you already know what you're probably gonna do in the first round. But between the second and the fourth round, that's your chunk right there. That's where you're gonna get your guys that's gonna make your defense and help your defense out. You already got Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs is gonna be even better in his second year. All is well, Tierra. Just trying to make it through. That's all I can do. Um, but when you come through here, you understand that when you're talking about any team's needs, you got to do the right thing by your team. Like you said, that's where Sewell or Slater helps you. Exactly, exactly. You could get one of those guys in the first round at number 10 because you got the number 10th pick. Get your number 10 and keep it moving. Deal with the rest of the defense. If you want to get another offensive guy later in the draft, you can get somebody later in the draft. Even with a backup quarterback, right? Our offense still scored. We still scored. Once Andy Dalton got a rapport with it, because you got to understand that when you get a new quarterback in, they have to have a rapport with the offensive guys. They got to have a rapport with the offensive line to know where to snap, how this center snaps the ball and things of that nature. They got to get in tune with the center. They got in tune with the rest of the offensive line. They got to get in tune with their running backs and know how they like to catch the ball out in the flat. You got to get in tune with your wide receivers. It's a lot when it comes to your quarterback being on this team. So some of you guys want to get rid of Dak to bring in somebody brand new that don't know this team. That's going to set this offense back. So why not sign the guy that you already have, that's already the leader of your team, that's already there, that knows these guys. He hangs out with these guys in the offseason. These are his guys. So why the hell are we doing that? Zeke plays better with Dak. Dak plays better with Zeke. They work together. They've been together since day freaking one. Zeke was drafted 4th overall in 2016, and Dak was drafted 135th in the 4th round. So at the same time, we didn't know that Dak was going to be, we were going to utilize him until later on in his years. But he started right away, and he didn't do bad. He got better and better and better and better. Dak is still in his prime. He's just turned 27 years old. Still in his prime. Pay that man, stop being foolish, and get this team together. Because I'm telling you, if they stop with the foolishness, sign your quarterback, get you some defensive pieces, I'm telling you this team is going to be good. Kellen Moore as a play caller ain't doing nothing but getting better. Why do you think teams are trying to get him to be a head coach? It's not rocket science. They see the young geniusness in him. It takes time. Sean McVay had to learn. Sean Payton had to learn. Kyle Shanahan had to learn. Norv Turner had to learn. All these offensive-minded guys had to learn. Even Jason Garrett had to learn. So the fact of the matter that Kellen Moore has been here, he's already done told y'all. He told y'all already. We're building something here. I like what we have here. I'm growing. And I'm gonna tell you, yes, he makes mistakes as a play caller. That's all about the growing pains. But as time progresses, he's gonna be a beast, and he's gonna be a really good offensive coordinator. Which at someday he might get a head coaching job at this point. I don't think he's ready for it right now, but I think that him being with the Cowboys is going to help him get even better and better and better. Period. And that's what it is. I think that Kellen Moore is going to, now granted he needs to start running the ball more. He needs to call more plays to get your key players involved like Amari Cooper. But if he does those little small things, just change those little small things, I think this team is going to get great. We know with Dak Prescott, we scored 30-plus points a game. So you talk about 40 burgers, we can ultimately get that every game with this offensive you have. And then you add this offensive line coming back as a whole. Come on now. Come on. So I just think that it's going to get better and better. And then once James Bumber, thank you for the $2 chat, super chat. I think that once, would you say, the lunatic, if the new Eagle coach get hired? Hey, look, I saw the press conference for the new Eagles coach. What the hell was he talking about? What the hell was he talking about? So we talk about coaches, right? We really don't have no bad coaches right now. I think that once Mike McCarthy finally implements his system, I think things are going to be even better, even better. Yes, change is constant, but you don't change if things are still working for you, right? If you get rid of Zeke, AC1, who are you going to get to be your bell cow? Do you know how many teams that would love to have Zeke Elliott as their running back right now? Zeke Elliott provides more than you know. Zeke Elliott might not be that home run hitter that he used to be. I don't give a shit. Zeke Elliott is that guy that's gonna grind those yards for you. When you see Zeke running the ball, right, and you be like, damn, they gonna get him behind the line, and he still runs for 5 yards, and you said, how the hell did he get 5 yards off of that? That's what Zeke provides for you. Every running back in the league can't do that. Every running back is different. Tony Pollard is not that type of bruising back. Zeke Elliott is a bruising back. Ask these players in the league. They hate going up against Zeke because they know that Zeke make them look like a fool every time. But this year is an aberration. I told y'all this offensive line wasn't blocking. They didn't have. You had young guys playing. They weren't gelling together at first. That was where we had issues at. But even with this offensive line not being the best, and Zeke still had a decent season considering the situation. And this offense still put up points. Right, Tierra, you're absolutely right. Player said he's hard to tackle. Why in the fuck would you get rid of that? So another team can have him? See, this is the thing. This is the crazy talk that I be trying to get y'all to understand. Why are we doing this? These are the same players that go to other teams that do great. I bet y'all wish y'all had Anthony Hitchens back, don't you? I bet you wish you had Anthony Hitchens back. Anthony Hitchens is over there in KC, balling his ass off right now. Thank you, DeLunatic. Right, Thomas. Imagine if they did get Jeff Heath. Thank you, Tierra. Damian Wilson. You know what? Travarius Ward. We traded Travarius Ward before we got a chance to even look at him. When we traded him, I was like, no. Because I saw him in training camp when we had him that 1 year in training camp doing well. He was doing good in training camp. Then all of a sudden we traded Ward, and then this what happened. You didn't get Taco Charlton a chance. Maybe Taco wasn't good for this team. I'm not really too worried about him being gone, but Anthony Hitchens worries me. Damian Wilson worries me. Travarius Ward is a starter for Kansas City now. A starter. Outside of Taco, all of these guys that we got rid of, they play pretty well with other teams, if not decent. So we talk about getting rid of this guy. I don't want this guy no more. Have y'all ever stopped to think about maybe it was just the coaching that we had before that wasn't doing the right thing by these players? Byron Jones balled his ass off with the Dolphins. Even picked off Pat Mahomes this past season. But this is all I heard about Byron Jones when I kept trying to keep him in my live streams. Some of you was like, oh, well, I don't want Byron Jones because Byron Jones doesn't get any interceptions. But that boy bat that ball down. Tell me what the difference between, and I know the difference is it just looks better on it looks better on paper. Oh, he's got an interception because it looks good. It's a stat, right? It's a stat. I do see potential in more. I do. And now I think that Jason Garrett held Kellen Moore back in the beginning when Jason Garrett was here. But now that he's here doing his own thing, he had a year of growing pains because Mike McCarthy let him do his thing. So That was his growing pains. I think this year was good for him because he got a lot of that bullshit out of the way. So I think that come next season with Dak Prescott, I think they're gonna come together and do some great things. So it's about patience, AC1, and I understand that we don't have patience because we have 25 years of not going to an NFC title or a Super Bowl. But look at the Bills, look at the Browns. I tell you guys, I reference J. Cole all the time when he said in the song, more patience than a Brown fan. Do you know how many years that the Browns didn't do nothing? The Bills ain't make it to the AFC Championship game since 90 goddamn 3. They finally won a damn playoff game. So we're not the only team that went through a bunch of years of turmoil. Do you understand how hard it is to make it to a Super Bowl? Name me outside of Bill Belichick. Name me multiple coaches in this league right now that have multiple Super Bowls. I'll wait. Now look at Kansas City. They're the new Patriots because Kansas City is starting to win now. What's going on, Gina? Hey, Gina, you back in here? Right, in 26 years now, Jessica. Yes, but yeah. So stop focusing too much on that 25, 26 year drought and focus more on just trying to get your team to the level that you need to get because there's levels to it. Because I don't give a damn how great your team is. You can go undefeated the whole damn season and still get beat before you get to the Super Bowl. You know why? Because that's just the way football is. It's once you get to that point, it's luck, it's chance, it's a lot of things that have to roll your way to win a Super Bowl. It's not easy to consistently win a Super Bowl. I know the Patriots did, but that is just like one of those once in a lifetime type of things. Yes, Dave Moore, 3 years. The plan is in place. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, Dave, but they're not hearing me. No, I know you were, Jessica. I know you were. But I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about them too, Jessica, not you. But my whole thing is we gotta stop focusing on this. I understand. I get it, guys. I understand. I understand that we haven't had great teams since Jimmy Johnson, and I get it. I understand. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. But what I need y'all to understand is right now, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, you have to root for today. You have to root for today. You have to figure out what we can do to get to that point. Because winning a Super Bowl, again, is not easy. You can't just make it there off of just snapping your goddamn fingers. You got to have consistency with your team. And it first starts off with making sure you got your franchise quarterback signed. Because Kansas City ain't got no issues right now. They signed Pat Mahomes. We didn't sign Dak Prescott. That's the problem. Sign your fucking quarterback and then figure that shit out. Sign your quarterback. Get you some. Because Kansas City's defense, they're not world beaters. They're not. They're Kansas City is winning with our old defense. They have 4 guys starting that used to be Dallas Cowboys. That used to be on our defense. So you're going to sit here and tell me that the Dallas Cowboys couldn't win? Because we had terrible coaching in the past. Think about it. Why the hell do you think these guys go to other teams and play well? Because they know how to utilize them. We didn't. That's why I said that Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy are starting something. Yes, they made a mistake by signing Mike Nolan. They should have never hired him because of the simple fact that he wasn't the right coach. That was a guy he just owed him a favor and wanted to give him a job, but it didn't work out. Now you got Dan Quinn. We know that Dan Quinn is a much better defensive coordinator than he is a head coach. We know that when you look at these things, when we hired McCarthy, I said we were 2 to 3 good draft years away from the NCAA championship game. I can use 2020 as a mulligan. Yes. 20. I'm gonna say that 2020 is a mulligan. I'm gonna say that, and I don't want to hear because I know Philip Ellis comes in here with his negative ass talking about what up, Vosh? Comes in here with his negative ass talking about some, the goddamn Browns are doing good. I want to hear that shit. They're not us. The Browns also didn't lose Baker. The Browns also didn't lose damn near their whole offensive line, and the Browns also didn't have a lot of the issues that we have. Not to make excuses, but it is what it is. Stop worrying about other fucking teams. That's the problem with this fan base. Stop worrying about other teams. Worry about your goddamn team and being knowledgeable about your team. And stop listening to this bullshit that we hear from these talking heads that get paid to talk nonsense. When you hear my man Vosh Lombardi talk, when you hear my man Law Nation and Mark Holmes and all the guys that've been doing this YouTube thing for a minute, we don't work for the Dallas Cowboys. We don't have anything to gain from saying anything out of the ordinary. We're speaking on straight common goddamn sense. And this is what y'all need to learn too. Vosh out here speaking facts. Some of y'all be on Vosh's channel and be talking ignorant. Cause I do. I be sitting on his live streams and I'm like, seriously? Now, granted, we don't know everything. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But at the same time, we all have things that we bring to the table. All of our channels has great content, in my opinion. Y'all need to be blessed to be a Dallas Cowboy fan because the YouTubers that we have for this team are very knowledgeable. We know what the fuck we talking about. And we're not going to sit here and lead y'all to some bullshit. We're going to lead y'all to Damascus. That's what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. So with that being said, I just want to reiterate the fact that stop worrying about that 25-20 year drought. Worry about what we're doing today. Worry about how are we going to make the Dallas Cowboys better right now and going forward. And that starts with signing your goddamn quarterback. That's what you need to do. You sign your quarterback. Yeah, and y'all would never see. I don't do clickbait. What I talk about is what I talk about. I don't sit here in front or BS for nobody. That's just what it is. You said Noah sent you the film. If you bad, I'ma roast you. It is what it is. But Vosh knows what it is. Vosh is the draft guru. Now I said I want to work with Vosh this offseason. Vosh hit me up, man. You know you still got my number. I want to do some videos with Vosh too. I want to get on his live streams and talk about these draft picks so we can get the best draft pick that we need. And for those of you that never play football, that's fine. But that's why we're here. That's why we're here for y'all. We're trying to provide this fire-ass content for you guys to understand more about how this team functions. So, I mean, it is what it is. I look at it like this. The only offensive guy I want to see in this draft is the first round. If you either get Slater or Sewell, whoever's available at number 10. Now, Vosh has talked about it before. I'll let you know. I'll hit you up, Vosh. See, that's the thing. The Cowboys could slide back in the draft to get more picks. They can do that. But if they're gonna pick at 10, you could get that offensive tackle. And like I said, I know Fisher said that he didn't want to do that, but that's his opinion. My opinion is this. We know that Tyron Smith is not we know that he's good when he's there, right? We know that he's going to miss some games. So why not hedge your bet by getting you a decent offensive tackle, a really good, solid offensive tackle in this draft that whenever he gets out, you're not putting garbage in there. You're not putting Brandon Knight or Terrence Steele in there. You're going to go ahead and slide your boy that you picked in the first round, either Sewell or Slater. Get these guys in there and do what you need to do. DMV wants Kyle Pitts. I don't know how I feel about it. Kyle Pitts, that's the tight end, right? Now, this is the thing. I don't want, and we always say best player available, right? So the only way I'm getting Pitts at that position is if Sewell. The only way I'm getting Pitts is, and at 10, I really doubt that all those guys are not going to be there. If Sewell, Slater, Surtain, Farley, if those guys aren't there, then okay, you can go with Pitts. But if for somehow you trade back in the first round and you want to get Pitts for whatever reason, I don't know. The Cowboys do what they do. Hell, the Cowboys might fuck around and get a damn linebacker in the first round. Because y'all know how Cowboys are. So, and Vosh should tell you. He'll be the first to tell you. This mock draft shit is, a lot of people think it's stupid, the mock draft. Some people think it's stupid. I look at it like this. It's a fun thing to do, but you're never going to be 100% right. Nobody is, because it's so many different scenarios can happen. Teams move up, teams move down. Teams select a guy that you never thought they picked. Remember when the Giants drafted Daniel Jones? Where the hell did that come from? Nobody saw that. I guarantee you nobody predicted that. Because everybody's response when the Giants drafted Daniel Jones, they were just sitting there like this. Damn, they drafted Daniel Jones? Wow. Over Dwayne? But then we see what happened with Dwayne, right? But then Daniel Jones isn't great either. But we're bitching about Dak Prescott when Dak Prescott has made it to multiple Pro Bowls, and he's made it to the playoffs, and he's played very well for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's a proven leader. You cannot teach leadership. That's what you can't do. Yeah, Surtain, I agree. Surtain would definitely be a day one starter on our defense. You said you haven't trusted the Dallas Cowboys' ability to draft for Ed Reed or Roy Wood. Yeah, I mean we gotta get better at. We know that the Cowboys don't value that safety position nor the defensive tackle. Vosh can tell you as well. There's not that many good defensive tackles were drafted in this draft. You're probably going to have to find another defensive tackle in free agency. If you go back and look at my video, I spoke on a couple of guys that the Cowboys could get in free agency. Some guys that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, of course. Surtain or Farley will be there for us at 10. Both linemen will be gone. The trade from last night made a guarantee. I hear you on that, but there's still so many other teams that need quarterbacks. So them quarterbacks are going to fly off in the first at least 5 picks. Because you remember, Phillip Rivers retired. So now the Colts need another quarterback. So remember, go back and look at all 32 teams. Go look at all 32 teams. And, 31 because the Cowboys is exempt from that. Look at the other teams outside Dallas Cowboys and look at their needs. That should help you figure some things out. Now, that's not 100% because, like I said, things change. Sometimes, again, remember the first round draft last year, we weren't trying to get a wide receiver. We were supposed to get Kayvon Chase on. I had Kayvon, and I'm pretty sure we would have got Kayvon Chase on had CeeDee Lamb not been there. But that was the best player available thing, and I don't disagree with that. You got CeeDee Lamb, and he's going to be good for you for a long time. So keep that. At the time, safeties like Roy Williams were more valuable than safety like Ed Reed. The game just kept evolving. Yes, you're right. The game does evolve, like Vosh said, and different positions are less important than other positions depending on the year. We've seen the fullback position kind of become a non-existent, nowadays. We've seen running back. We've seen a lot of teams this year. And again, this year is a mulligan for everything in the league. I'm not judging nothing from any team this year because I'm going to look at it like this. Look at the running backs this year. Not many running backs even got 1,000 yards this season. I think only 2 running backs in the whole league got over 1,000 yards this season. You want to know why? Because with COVID, a lot of teams had a lot of injuries with running backs. That's one. A lot of teams weren't running the ball as much. They were throwing more. And it's not because that position is changing. I just think it has a lot to do with our current situation in the world right now. Now frees are more valuable than strongs, though. Yes, Vosh, I agree with that. Get you a free safety in this draft. I mean, as far as a strong safety, you can go back and get Clint Dixon, bring him back on this team, and that'll help too. Now that you're going back for the 4-3, that should help for Clint Dix. I think that Clint Dix needs to be back on his team. Because you have a veteran guy that's there, and like I said, I heard that they wanted Richard Sherman at corner as well. But again, that still doesn't stop you from getting young talent. These are just bridge guys. The quarterback to watch in draft is Kellen Munn. He's the next Dak. He won the Senior Bowl MVP yesterday. Yeah, I heard about that. But what round is he going in? That's the thing. You're not going to get a quarterback high. From what the Cowboys say, they trust and believe in Dak, but they need to go ahead and sign him and stop playing around because you can't franchise tag him. That's too much money off the cap. You need to get him to a 5-year contract. Get him to sign that. His agent needs to stop being a butthole and allow him to get his 5-year contract so this team can move forward. So we can stop talking about this. Yes, Gerald McCoy at the 3 Tech. I like that. Gerald McCoy has been, still virtually working with Neville Gallimore. And I love the fact that Gerald McCoy, even though he wasn't on the team anymore, he still wanted to be a part of this organization. And I'm pretty sure, they're gonna leave it up to Dan Quinn. If Dan Quinn decides he wants to do that, then go ahead and re-sign Gerald McCoy. It's not gonna hurt. I mean, his veteran men 2 mil. It is what it is. You think Munn to go in 2 and 4 rounds, but we need defense, Thomas Garrett. We need defense, bro. I think they're gonna keep what's his name? Garrett Gilbert as a backup. I like what Garrett Gilbert brings to this team. Chris Miller, thank you for the $5 holler, bro. Appreciate you. You said Kellen Munn is trash. I didn't watch the Senior Bowl. I saw highlights from it. I just seen a lot of scoring. I really couldn't get a real good gauge of these quarterbacks because the defense doesn't seem like they were playing that well. So they were just letting these receivers just catch the ball all over them. Then last time Dallas Cowboys drafted before the 4th round that has made it. Cowboys don't draft starting quarterbacks. That's funny that you say that because that makes sense too. Garrett Gilbert signed a 2-year deal, so we got him for another year. That's what I said. He's still your backup, so you still have him on the team. So, but Dak Prescott was your 4th round guy, and he's done more than enough to warrant to be the guy, and that's it. Sign him, stop being a damn fool, and just keep it moving. Now I want to take a quick break, real quick, to acknowledge my sponsor, J. Elise T. Get your J. Elise T, guys. I tell you guys this all the time. Her Instagram, JEliseT.com, is JELISETEA. J. Elise T, and that's the same thing as the website. J. Elise, www.jeliset.com. You get your hibiscus, you get your different teas. Now there's sweetened, there's non-sweetened. It's all natural. It's all natural. It's all organic. They're artesian teas, so they're handcrafted teas, and each one is made with love. And like I said, she sends me a bunch of these to talk about on the channel, and I drink them and I support them fully. Because y'all know I don't support no trash. It's delicious. For those of you that have diabetes, you can get the unsweetened version. But for me, all my stuff gotta be sweet. So I like the sweet versions of the hibiscus, and it's really good for we talk about mental health on this channel all the time, guys. It really helps you, get your mind together and just your stress and your depression and things of that nature. A lot of these properties in here, you talk about the honey, the different organic properties in here definitely helps with brain development as well. So definitely check out her website. She's based out of Detroit, but she has some stuff here in the stores in the DMV. But definitely check her stuff out. J. Elise T, guys. All right, so you said Sewell at 10, either Sewell or Slater, man. Some people would tell you that Sewell is probably better. I know that some people want Sewell to come in and get drafted by the Cowboys, start at right tackle, slide Lyle Collins in at left guard, and have Tyron Smith right there at left tackle. But my whole thing is what you're going to do when Tyron Smith goes out. So I don't know. It really depends on how this draft goes. This draft is going to be interesting. I'm going to tell y'all right now. And any guys could tell you right now. Um, you said Sewell could play left guard. Can he? What kind of position flex that he has? Because if he has position flex, they might go with him at 10. If Dak was a first rounder, this would not be a factor. Yeah, you're right, Dave. If he was a first rounder, he would have got paid last year, maybe even the year before. But the Cowboys better stop playing around because this next tier of quarterbacks that was behind Dak Prescott are going to be up for contracts. If Lamar Jackson gets his new contract before Dak Prescott, that's going to be a problem. Because Lamar Jackson is going to set the wide receiver market even higher. So you complain about paying Dak 40 mil. We complained about paying him 35 mil. Now they moved up to 40. You keep fucking around, it's going to be 45, 48 mil. So they need to go ahead and re-sign him, give him that 5-year contract, spread that shit out throughout the maturation of the contract, and let it ride. And let it ride. Stop playing around. Sewell and Slater can both play tackle, guard, and center if needed. That's why I said either one of them would be a good pick, in my opinion. Some people like Sewell better. Some people like Slater better, but it is what it is. Exactly. Time will only. Yep. Time is only going to raise that price, because again, a quarterback, your franchise quarterback is literally market value. His market value. And then you could still get some other tackles later in the draft. Oh no, I've seen Slater when Chase Young was still in the, and Chase Young is a good, he's even playing well in the league right now. So either way, I like either one. Bring them on. Go ahead and get him at pick number 10 and keep him moving. I gotta get my hair cut tomorrow. Hopefully, if this snow stops, I don't even know if the snow stopped. I gotta look outside and see. It's already dark outside. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. You said Slater had Chase Young in check. Yeah, we know Slater's a beast. He is. He is. I like what Slater brings. But some of your talking heads like Sewell better. So Jerry's old ass need to get Dak signed and stop this BS. I don't think it's Jerry, Gina. I think it's Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones, in my opinion, has taken over, and Stephen Jones is not a good negotiator at all. He whooped Chase Young for 4 quarters, like Vosh been saying. That's all the scouting report needs. That's all you need, because Chase Young is a really good defensive end. So if a guy gives him problems, he good. You said it's Sewell's size. Is he bigger than Slater? Laura, you said a some or none. Sewell's a nasty offensive lineman. He gets after it when he gets down in the trenches. You said he's huge. Look, either get one of them. Shit, if you can get both of them, get goddamn both. You can't get both of them, but you know what I mean. Get one of them. The sum of none. Oh, right. Okay, I got you, Laura. Offer 4 years of Dallas, 1 to 5. Crazy. It came down to a year, which has caused no sign. Again, that's the agent, man. That's the agent. Shay, you said yeah, Steven's nothing like his dad when it comes to getting deals done. He's not. Steven's a little he's a cheapskate. Nah, you can't get both, Aaron, because they both gonna come out in the first round. He stepped down as a GM. He will continue to have issues with him in charge. This is the thing, Gina. I agree with that, but that's not gonna happen until he passes away. And I hate to. I'm not gonna wish death on anybody, but I think that Jerry Jones has actually stepped back lately. Because if you notice, you don't hear much from Jerry Jones. He's already given the reins over to his sons, Will McClay and Stephen Jones are taking over. He's an option for the first round. Oh, Jeremiah, the linebacker? Yeah. Now, outside of an offensive tackle, what would you want in the first round? Would you want a secondary guy? Would you want a linebacker? The Lunatic, man. Appreciate you coming in here, man. Again, shout out to all my channel members, guys. All those of you that are new to the channel members, go to the community tab and let me know what topics you guys want to talk about when I do my private live streams. And let me know what day is good for you guys to want to do said private live stream. Because I remember the last one I did, it was only a couple of people in there. I want to make sure that everybody is engaged and it'd be good for most of you guys to chime in, because these private streams are really good information and stuff, because again, it talks more about our personal stuff. It's has nothing to do with football. It's more on, personal life. You like J.C. Horn out of South Carolina? He has some Jalen Ramsey in his game. He might drop to the second round. Now, there's some good secondary guys out there. Normally Saturday or Sunday for me. Okay, yeah, definitely either on Saturday or Sunday. I might try to do them on Sundays because again it'll be the off season, so it won't be no football on Sunday. So that might be a good time to do it on a Sunday, like how I'm doing this. So that might be a good thing to do. Yeah, I know Joe Horn's son. I know. He's definitely good. He's like his daddy. People believe that same thing until Jerry steps in, decide we won't be returning to the Super Bowl. He says, "Yeah, I don't know. I just think Jerry just. I just think that things ain't gonna change until he passes away." Yep, Don Terry Poe was definitely a disappointment. I think he gave up on purpose because he didn't like Mike Nolan, and I think it's the same thing with Everson Griffin. J.C. Horn is an asshole. We need more assholes. Draft Sertain and pair him back up with Diggs. That'd be good. That'd be good. Alabama boys. Them Bamas. Richard Sherman over Woozier. Let's go. I'll be honest with you. If they got Richard Sherman, they probably would still bring back a Woozier. I think it'd be Jordan Lewis that wouldn't come back. Because if you look at that, I think your most important secondary to re-sign is C.J. Goodwin. That is your special. That's the best guy on your special teams. You got to re-sign him. There's no way in hell you let him go. And of course, you get him for cheap. He's primarily a special teams guy. So that's that. Assuming the Cowboys get Dak done, could the Cowboys get J.J. Watt? I doubt it. Cowboy Brad, you're gonna have to sell. That's not gonna happen. You said Jordan Lewis can start anywhere else. Bring back a Woozier as a slot. I think you need to bring back a Woozier though, regardless if they go get Richard Sherman or not. Richard Sherman is just a placeholder. He's a pawn. He's a guy that's gonna provide depth, and he's a guy that's gonna provide you with the ability to draft younger guys, and he could be a guy to help these younger guys because he knows Dan Quinn's system. We know Richard Sherman. I talked about that, Jessica. We know that Richard Sherman was not the same. I've been said that. But like I said, if you bring Richard Sherman in here, he's just going to be a rotational guy anyway. That's why I said you still need to bring back a Woozier. Xavier Woods can kick rocks. Yes, I agree. We have to draft Slater. Yes, that's what I was been saying. You must have just gotten a chat. We talked about that. I miss Jalen Smith from 2018. And Jalen Smith will be back to his 2018 form now that they're playing a scheme that fits him. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Everybody's so down on Jalen Smith. Like, because some of y'all was kissing his ass and sucking his wee-wee when he first got on this team. But now some of y'all, like, don't want Jalen. But understand that, like, scheme matters. Scheme matters. Awuzie would be perfect for the slot. He would be a big slot cornerback. Yes. Oh, y'all laughing at what I said? Yeah, I mean, y'all know I keep it real. I keep it 100. That's the only thing I can tell you. That's the best way I can tell you. It is what it is. Like you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they was doing. That's exactly what they was doing. Pre 2018. Just got a feeling Cheeto will be back to his speed. Yes, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Going back to this defense is going to help a lot of these guys that we already have on this team. That's why I said we just need pieces. We just need pieces. You're not going to get Justin Simmons only because, or Marcus May, because the Jets got money, so they can re-sign Marcus May. Justin Simmons, I don't think that the Broncos going to let him go. He might go back to them, and he's probably going to command more money than the Cowboys can afford for him. We know that the Cowboys do not value the safety position. I have to see it to believe it with Jalen. I hear you, Tierra. But understand, Tierra, when he first got here, though, Jalen was good. And that was a result of playing in the right scheme. Here come Mike Nolan coming in here, changing shit up. You know that Jalen Smith got a drop foot that will never heal, right? You know that his cutting is not the best thing to do. So you put him in a situation that's going to make sense for him. You done already paid Jalen. You can't backtrack it because you're going to have a cap hit. You don't want to be in cap hell like we've been talking about for the longest time. So you want to make sure that what you're doing with these guys is you're stuck with them. Fuck it. Unless he takes a pay cut, you're stuck with him. Yes, and I said that many times, Aaron. We got 4 picks in the top 100. We good, fam. We good, fam. I'm not saying that Dan Quinn is going to be great, but it's going to be better than what we had in the beginning. We got 12 goddamn draft picks this year. We need to utilize them in the best ability that we can. Scheme ain't got nothing to do with this dude celebrating that. I trust me, Tierra. I agree with you 100% on that. I agree with you, sweetheart. I do. I agree with you. He got to stop doing that. But that's not his game. That's just him. Just I don't know. When they asked Jalen about it, he basically said, "Oh, I'll just show respect for the other guys on the team because I'm cool with these." Look, he also has to understand when you're playing on the field that friendship shit goes out the window. And I agree with you on that. He needs to stop doing that. He does need to stop doing that. And Mike Nolan wasn't checking him. Hopefully, this coach can come in here and check his ass. Don't swipe. Don't celebrate when somebody else do something good that's on another team. What the fuck wrong with you? Stop doing that. He needs to stop. I agree with you, Gina, and I agree with you, Tierra. I definitely agree. If he could stop that and just play like Jalen Smith did when he first got drafted to this team after that, after his redshirt year, I think he'll be fine. I just want our guys to stop helping the other team to the ground with their friendly asses. No, I hear you, Tierra. Because trust me, when I played football, I wasn't friendly. I was friendly with you off the field. But on the field, I'm knocking your ass down. I'm stepping over you. The fuck out of here. Yeah, his friendly ass needs to stop that for real. Yes, Shay. See, all the women are chiming in. I love this. I love this. I love the fact that we got these knowledgeable women in here that know what the hell they talking about. Laura says, leadership is like good character. It reveals under pressure. Now, and that's the thing. You gotta, we talk about leadership, and we talk about our quarterback. Our quarterback has leadership ability, and another thing about leadership is it can't be taught. You can't teach leadership. Leadership is innate. Leadership comes from, from you growing up. Like I said, your values are taught, but that true leadership, you can't teach that as a football coach. That is already innate in you from growing up. That's your mama's doing. So rest in peace to Dak's mom, and shout out to the job that she's done. Peggy, shout out to Peggy for what she's done, and rest in peace to her. But shout out to what she's done for Dak in his early life, and making him the true leader that he is today. That's why you don't play players once their contract's up, bye, because once they get paid, the game is gone. Yeah, it all depends on the and that also depends on the your team. Yes, Dave Moore, you're absolutely right about that. I don't get the Stafford hype either. I mean, he'll play better with the Rams, but Goff going to the Lions, it's not going to be good for him. But I think that's going to change for Matt Stafford with the Rams. He's probably happy about that, low key, because the Rams got better players around him. They got a really good defense. They got one of the top defenses in the league. So you provide Matt Stafford is a way better quarterback than Jared Goff. Jared Goff, I don't know what's up with his arm. His arm is like real flimsy. Like Matt Stafford is strong throwing that ball deep. So, and I said that in the beginning of the stream that when I talked about the trade earlier in the live stream. I think you missed it here. But yeah, I said that they don't have a draft pick till 2024. But with Matt Stafford, that's if they can keep the players that they had, they'll be all right. You said you just joined, Eric. Damn, you done missed everything. Well, the good thing about it, Eric, when this live stream posts, you can go back and look at what you missed. But yeah, the Rams not having a first round draft pick till 2024 is going to hurt them tremendously. But I think that the way they're thinking is probably like, oh well, if we just get some pieces in the second, third, fourth, fifth round, we'll be all right. They haven't had a first since they picked Goff. I know, and they won't have a first for a while, unless they trade some other assets that they have on the team, like on defense later on. Who knows? Stafford is a pick machine. Since he's only thrown less than 10 picks once 2019. That's because he was hurt. I don't know. And I agree with that as well. But we'll see what happens with him and Sean McVay. Sean McVay, they got better coaches with the Rams than he ever had with the Lions. The Lions didn't have good coaches, tier. So we'll see what happens um, with him with the Rams. We'll see. Now, if he starts throwing picks for them too, then that trade was stupid. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: just be glad that the Cowboys didn't get him. How about that? I'm not too concerned with the Rams. That's their business. They could deal with that. I'd rather have Dak Prescott. Way too early to say AC1. We haven't even. We're still in this season. The Super Bowl ain't even happened yet. So we haven't drafted yet. We haven't gone to free agency. So it's way too early to answer that question, bro. Lions still don't have a good coach. They don't. That's why I said Jared Goff went from a team that had a very good offensive line to a team that doesn't have a great offensive line. And, he's going to a Lions team that's rebuilding. I think oof. This will basically tell you that Sean McVay was huge for Jared Goff because it ain't gonna look too good with him and the Lions. I don't see that being a good situation. Oh no, I understand, Eric. I mean, we all been busy, bro. Trust me, I've been busy as well. But I appreciate you still coming in, man. You said Goff went from sunny California to the meanest city in America. I know, right? Goff gonna be over there like, damn, I'm in the hood like shit. Oh my god. Man, Goff probably pissed off right now. He probably like, God damn it, gotta trade him to the Lions. Mm-mm-mm. But for those of you that miss, I'm gonna do this over again. For those of you that missed what I said earlier in the live stream about these numbers, this is the shit that kills me about this trade and why this trade really it sucks for both teams. It does. I'm trying to be optimistic and think of the positives, but when you look at this, when you look at okay, the Lions get Jared Goff, they get the Rams 21. They get this year's third round draft pick. They get the Rams first round draft pick for 2022 and 2023. So if I had to pick a winner, I'd say that the Lions still won. You said the Lions play the Rams upcoming this season? That's going to be interesting. You know Matt Stafford already got that circled on his book. Basically, the Rams will inherit 2 years, which is $43 million left on Stafford's contract. And as a result of that, the Lions will carry a $17.8 million dead cap hit. God damn it. Detroit will inherit 4 years, $106.6 million remaining on Jared Goff's contract, but the Rams will carry a $22.2 million dead cap hit in 2021. So, shit, you talking about cap hell? And then remember, Goff still has $43 million left that's fully guaranteed. Shit. Do I think that Stafford can run McVay's offense? He's a veteran. I'm pretty sure he can. But I don't know. I don't know. Like Tierra said, I don't know how that's gonna work for them because again, they don't have a first round draft pick for the next 3-4 years. Damn it! I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just kind of go with the flow. Where we go. How you know what you do. But yeah, Tara said it. The Rams are a dumpster juice. Yes. So I don't know, Eric. Besides us trying to get Dak signed, and that's about it. It's not really anything. You look at some of the guys that are coming back from their injuries. That's a positive. We're gonna get Blake Jarwin back, and all these guys are literally gonna come back right when the offseason training starts. Now, we don't know what the offseason schedule is gonna be like for the Cowboys yet. They haven't come out with it yet because again, the Super Bowl is still next week. We're technically still in the 2020 season. Technically, well, 2 teams left now. I think that once free agency starts, we'll have a good idea and more of an understanding of where this team is going. They still want to keep Tyron Smith on this team. He's not going nowhere. So those of you that thought that the Cowboys were going to wheel and deal Tyron Smith, nobody's going to pick him up only because of the simple fact they look at it like this. Why are you guys trying to get rid of one of the best left tackles in the league? We know that he injury prone. Why? Nobody's gonna trade for that. So you might as well keep him. E2 is Dak is worth $40 million. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something about being worth. I will not sit here and tell a grown ass man what he's worth, cause I wish a motherfucker would come to my job telling me I ain't worth what I get paid, and I need to get paid more, cause I'm struggling. But $40 million is market value. That's not just something that Dak necessarily deserves to get or not deserves to get. It's market value. Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback. You pay your fucking franchise quarterback what the market value is. No other team had an issue with paying their quarterbacks, and we didn't have this conversation about nobody else. And we've had quarterbacks that are playing way worse than Dak Prescott that got paid before him. We're talking about Carson Wentz. Jared Goff just got traded to the Lions. We just talked about that. The Rams gave up on him. And he was a first-round pick, which means that he's a bust now. Dak Prescott wasn't no bust. Dak Prescott did everything that he can to win for this team. Every game that he was in there. Dak is not a diva. He don't complain like Watson does. And any idiot that wants to trade Dak for Watson, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard, because you might as well pay Dak because you're trading for a higher contract anyway. Watson's contract is close to what you're going to pay Dak any fucking way. But this is the thing. We know we got 12 draft picks. We got 4 picks in the top 100. You can pay Dak and still get some good defensive players in the draft. So it is what it is. Yeah, and why Dak got to take a discount? Nobody else had to. Exactly, Shay. That's the shit that kills me. What the hell am I taking a pay cut for, or a team friendly deal? That's a bunch of bull. Right, Gina, you said it. They paid Romo with no problem. Romo got paid. Why can't Dak Prescott get paid? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You got a guy that you lucked up and got in the fourth round. Imagine if they would have signed Connor Cook, Paxton Lynch, or Christian Hackenberg. All three of them ain't even in the league no more. We'd have been mad if we would have had them as quarterbacks. If you would have had one of those three guys in the fourth round, or that in that draft, if you would have picked one of them, we'd be trying to get a quarterback in this draft. But you got Dak. You got a guy. Do you know how many teams would love to have Dak Prescott? I got friends that are Washington fans that tell me all the time, bring Dak to us. You don't want Dak? Man, people tell me all the time how dumb our fan base is. Because they're like, why don't y'all like Dak? Other teams show more respect for Dak than we do. Does that make sense? Do you know how many teams would love to have him? Belichick is salivating right now, waiting for Jerry to fuck this up. He's waiting for the Joneses to fuck this up so he can go get him some Dak Prescott and get back to the glory days and win the Super Bowl. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Cowboys got the money. And it ain't the Cowboys' money, it's the league's money. That's why I said I don't know why people are so worried about these contracts. It ain't your money. It ain't my money. It's the league's money. Now, I get it. Y'all worry because y'all want to be able to sign other players. I get it. But you can't have a stake on every play. You look at other teams. They don't have a stake on every play. We still have more talent on our team than a lot of other teams that made it to the damn playoffs. Do y'all know that? Trey Smith, get the fuck out. Do you understand that? But you want a franchise tag, Dak, which is going to be worse on your salary cap. At least if you give him a 5-year deal, you can spread that contract out so it's not as much of a cap hit on your team and you can still pay your defense. You can still pay other guys if you give Dak Prescott a 5-year contract and spread that $40 million out. You can still do that. But this is the problem, Donnie. If you don't sign him now, that price tag is going to go up and up and up and up. So stop wasting Dak's time. If you don't value him, let him walk. And this is what's going to happen, Donnie. When he walks, he's going to go to another team and he's going to whoop our asses every time we play him. And then Cowboy fans are going to sit around and be like this. We lost to Dak. I wish we still had Dak. Where's Dak? Why did he go to the Patriots? Bill Belichick made him into a Super Bowl winner. That's what happens when you don't sign your players. I didn't say sign everyone. You sign the right ones. Right. They're going to be like, come back home, Dak. Come on. We miss you. Come on now. But Donnie, you look at the cap hit, right? Look at the Lions and look at the Rams. I just said both of these teams right now, respectively, are at least 17 to 18 to $22 million in dead cap space. We ain't got that cap. We don't have that dead cap space. Them two teams ain't gonna be able to do shit for the next 2 years. And you talk about this year with COVID, we don't know where the salary cap is gonna be. We don't know if it raised, if it stayed the same, or went lower. But because they made that stupid ass trade, now you have a cap hit. We don't have all that. We don't have that, Donnie. No, Donnie cool. Donnie cool. But I'm just trying to explain to Donnie that, like, understand that, like, we good, Donnie. We're gonna be fine. It like stop, Donnie. Stop listening to those talking heads out there, man. Don't listen to that crap. Understand that, like, the Cowboys are gonna be fine. They're not as bad as one thing about this team. They're good at figuring out contracts, right? They can do that. Right, but what I'm saying is you're not the Lions or the Rams because they're in cap hell. That's the point I'm making. Cowboys ain't in cap hell like that. Even if you sign Dak to a $40 million contract, if it's a 5-year contract, you can spread it out over the 5 years. You'll be fine. Give him a particular signing bonus, and that helps out as well. That way you can still sign what you need to sign. And again, the way to cap, this is the reason why teams have caps, because it's supposed to be fair throughout the league, right? Um, you have to know how to adjust your money. You have to know how to sign for what's needed, and for what's less needed, you basically have guys that are capable of fitting the bill, because we know this offense is already dynamic. There's already got a lot of firepower in this offense. You don't need to do much more to fix it. You got guys that are coming out back to even be better. So what you need to do is just concentrate sorely. If you get your draft picks, you're good. What other guy are you going to get? You're not going to go into free agency and get Justin Simmons. You're not going to get these high-ranking guys in free agency. You're going to get them in a draft. That's what they're going to do. They're going to develop these young guys and then have young talent for the cheap. That's what they're gonna do. And Dan Quinn is probably gonna bring in maybe one or two free agents. Maybe they bring in Keanu Neal from the Falcons or whatever, just for veteran help for these young guys. And then that's it. It's like a hot pocket. Hell yeah. Shit. I think they will sign Dak long term and give him the signing bonus and the amount he wouldn't have got with the franchise tag. Right. But if you give him that with the signing bonus, that lowers the cap hit, because it spreads that money out. But that's what people are not understanding. But it's cool. But that's what they're gonna do, Donnie. That's the plan. Get your offensive tackle maybe in the first round, and then the rest defense. That's it. That's it. What's going on, Joseph Times? But you know, get your defense. Get your defense. You know, I'm off my pedestal right now. I just want you guys to understand that, like, I want our fan base to be smarter than these other fan bases, because I hear nonsense out of people's mouths. Look at the Eagles right now. You know, you can laugh. Look at the coach that they just signed. Did y'all see his press conference? Go and look at his first press conference. Talking to the media. He was talking to the media like it was the players. Like he was giving a rah-rah speech. What the hell was that? Appreciate it, Donnie. What the hell? What the hell? Like, we have problems, but then you look at other teams and you're like, I'm glad I don't have that issue. The Eagles got to figure out what they're going to do with Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts. They got a quarterback controversy over there. You say he basically called players dumb? Pretty much. He may have not meant to do that, but that's how it came out. So, I don't know what to tell you. No, he wasn't making no kind of sense at all. He was talking like a coach that never coached before. Oh, you gonna give me a coaching job? I don't know what I'm doing. Just say something. Okay, all right. We're gonna make the plays easy for the players and hard for the other team. Thank you guys. I'm done. The fuck? That's basically what he went up there and said. Go back and look at that press conference. That's what he said. Man, Eagles better hope he coached better than giving speeches. I'm telling you, Shay, because that joke's horrible. We're going to make plays easy for the players and hard for the other team. Oh, no problem, Joseph. We need to get Dak done so we can move forward already. I'm telling you. Philly 500 loves his new. He does? Oh, so Philly 500 loves his coach, but then he said Justin Jefferson was ass. He's ass. Justin Jefferson is ass. That's what he said. That's how he said it. He said it just like that, with no neck. Justin Jefferson is ass. But Justin Jefferson played damn good this year, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Eagles head coach is like a dude who lost a bet. Oh my god. Yeah, he's a dingbat. He's ass. Oh my god. Justin Jefferson is ass. And you wonder why he's a dingbat, right? Oh my god. That brought tears in my eyes. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I like watching Philly 500 show. He makes me laugh. Yeah, I watch whenever Mark puts it on his channel. I laugh. It's hilarious. Like this dude, like he's off the chain with it. Now I can't watch Cole Pizzle, the giant YouTuber. I can't watch his content because he's just there's no professionalism in anything that he does at all. It's just he just flies. I mean, it's okay to go off the rails sometimes, but he's just all the way off. It's just it's no rhyme or reason for what he does. You could tell they mad. They let Frank Reich go, be a head coach somewhere else. They hired his. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know they are. She's good, David. Cole Pizzle tries too hard. Yeah, he does. All he does is just curse people out all day. That's all Cole Pizzle does. I can't do it. Like I lose brain cells when I listen to his channel. Can't do it. I've been watching my neighbor work on his truck for 2 months now. Shit got a Hemi in it. Yeah, my next car is gonna be a. I'm gonna have a Dodge with a Hemi in it. That's my goal. So they can hear me coming. They hear me coming. They hating. Yes, yes, yes. Dak is our man. He is. I watch Cole Pilsen when the Giants lose. I have something to laugh at about when he snap. I know, right? You say he thinks he's a wrestler? I don't watch him enough to even figure that out. You said you got 11 months for the big move, Philly. I mean, Kid Megan, that's what's up, bro. That's gonna be a hell of a move, man. He's ass. He's ass. He working on that H2 Hummer. Oh, you got an H2, Aaron? That's what's up. 10-6 is your prediction for next season. Let's hope. Yes, we definitely have multiple rounds. We already talked about how we have 4 picks in the top 100. We have 12 picks altogether. So, with all of that being said, I think that we'll be good with this draft. We drafted well last year. I love the way that we drafted last year. You look at the young guys like Neville Gallimore. They were all of these guys were a victim of COVID, and I think that with another year under their belt, getting used to this league and things of that nature, I think it'd be great. Um, who I got in the Super Bowl? I predicted the two people that were going to play, but I don't know who's going to win it because both of these guys. I don't know. I'm gonna say Kansas City again, but I don't know. The refs might cheat for Tom Brady. Um, appreciate it, Darren. Yeah, he'll be in Cali in 11 months. He'll be moving to Cali. He's going from the East Coast to the West Coast. Wentz is going to get benched again and then traded before the deadline. Um, I can't disagree with that. I think that might actually happen. And if it does, I kind of feel sorry for Carson Wentz, though. A little bit. Just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. But I'm about to go ahead and end the live stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the talk tonight. I just wanted to come in here on this slow Sunday, especially because it's snowing here on the East Coast. I know those of you in Cali, like Lola and Gina, y'all not snowing, so y'all good over there. Um, shout out to all the females in the chat. Shout out to all my channel members, all my moderators. You guys are awesome. Love you guys to death. We said send Wentz to San Fran. That actually might be a good place for him. Red Kingdom KC will win on Sunday. I think they will too. Yeah, you're right, Kid Mega. But yeah, any last questions, comments, concerns, guys? Let me know what y'all feeling, thinking right now before I end the live stream. You said Wentz deserves a better team. I could agree with that. I think it might do him good to get a fresh start somewhere else. I will stay safe. You guys stay safe as well. Hope Chiefs smash. You said Tampon Bay. I like that. You said Tampon Bay. Yes, it's still coming, Dave. I got some because of COVID, a lot of the guys have been backed up and held up and stuff like that. So the people that are supposed to be making my merch is they got me all held up right now. But I got some promo stuff coming out. I'm gonna do my promo on my private live streams first because I'm that's gonna be the perks of the channel membership. So the channel members will see that first and they'll get first dibs on that. Yes, Ruglock, appreciate you too, brother, for coming in. Y'all enjoy y'all the rest of this weekend because tomorrow Monday already. That's crazy. It's cool here. Temperature dropping. Well, that's right. You in Texas, right, Jessica? I feel like it'd be hot there all year round. Every time I go to Texas, I'm like, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. That thing hot, daddy. But all right. Thank you all for coming in, man. It was a good chat. Those of you guys that missed the earlier portion of the live stream, once it's posted, you can go back and look at it as well. I guess I'm about to change this thumbnail as well. Yeah, EDP is just a loser anyway, but but I love them all though. It's all love though. But peace out, y'all. Oh yes, tomorrow's the first day of Black History Month. Represent. Deuces, y'all. Take care, y'all.